Imagine if I pass on tomorrow, I just died. Who is going to cover the monthly installments? Who is going to go out to work to look for the income and pay for whatever debt that I have? Insurance, in short, in this episode, you must understand that it serves one single function, nothing else. Welcome to Money Talks, your ultimate guide to personal finance. I'm your host, Jessy. Insurance is the basic foundation of any wealth building. Without insurance, you might have earned $1 million, $2 million. If you fall sick, all your money that you earn would collapse. So there are different types of insurance available in Singapore, covering from term insurance, investment-linked insurance, hospitalization insurance, critical illness insurance, whole life insurance, education insurance, and so on and so forth. But the fundamental of the coverage for all these insurance are the same. It only serves one function, protections. For someone who don't have a lot, the very first thing that you must really have is a hospitalization insurance. In Singapore, in short, they call it H&S, Health Shield. Basically, it costs as affordable as maybe $20 to $30 a month. It could cover you up to about $300,000 to $500,000 if you were to admit into the hospital. For myself, my 4 kids, my 4 children, right after they are born, the first thing that I would buy for them is Health Shield insurance. So that if they were to knock their head, high fever, if they have to admit to the hospital, I am assured that the insurance plan would get them covered. One of the incidents that I do remember is my youngest daughter, Cheryl. She and my third daughter, Cheyenne, was playing in the bedroom. Suddenly, we saw massive blood across the bed. And it's because Cheryl banged her head onto the wardrobe, a sharp edges. She needed to be hospitalized, surgery to stitch the head. The next day, we left hospital, and guess what? The bill is crossing $20,000. The premium that I paid for her since she was born per year was anywhere $300 per year. Can you imagine $20,000 is equivalent to how many months of her premiums? So this is the number one thing that anyone, whether rich or poor, you must always buy a health shield for yourself, especially for your loved one too. I think as an investor, wealth building is like a pyramid. A pyramid where the bottom layer is always an insurance to safeguard anything that I'm going to build. If I am only being covered this much, my pyramid can only hold this much. So as my wealth expanded, especially for investors, it is important to review how much you are covering at the bottoms. So insurance is something that I would definitely do and review regularly as my wealth grows. How can I use insurance as a risk management to my portfolio, in short? Imagine this, I'm still young, I'm still energetic, I'm still active, I'm not sick, I can go out to work, I can go and find money. And I buy assets, I buy properties, and I probably have bank loans in the bank, and I probably owe millions of dollars to the bank because that's how the properties is being structured. Imagine if I pass on tomorrow, I just died. Who is going to cover the monthly installments? Who is going to go out to work to look for the income and pay for whatever debt that I have? Another type of insurance that I would like to introduce is called term insurance. Term insurance is something that doesn't have any cash value, but it gives you the highest protections in terms of one conditions, which is your life. So in the event that if I were to pass on for any reason, except for suicide of course, the insurance company will pay out a total sums of millions of dollars, and the millions of dollars will be paid out to my family member. My family member can then use this money to pay off any of my bank outstanding loans and continue to receive the rental income. So this is one way insurance can be used to mitigate risk. The day that we are born is definite, the day that we die is also definite. And in between is called life. When is our ending point? It could really strike us anytime. You would not want to caught yourself in the positions where because of financial limitations, you have to watch somebody you love pass on. Just about 8 years ago, my father, one day, he couldn't walk properly. We checked with the doctor, there is a big artery on the left legs that is blocking. And according to many doctors in Singapore, it's a very low risk and mild surgery. Probably you just have to admit to the hospital for 2 to 3 days. And they quoted us about 50,000 to 80,000 Singapore dollars. At that point in time, I did a check and the neighboring country quoted us 30,000 ringgit. I was the eldest in the family. In fact, I make the decisions. So I thought it's a small surgery anyway, or I convert to Sing dollars, it's a 10,000 Sing dollars versus 80,000 Sing dollars for the same surgery, for the same procedure. So why not? We admitted to the hospital on Monday. They did a checkup for him, and the second day he went for the surgery. And after the surgery, he has never walked up. The doctor said the surgery was successful. Wednesday, he didn't wake up. He passed away on Saturday. Just like that. I feel that I'm not sure whether if I were to do the same thing in Singapore, will he survive? Or is it just that his time is up? But I have to reflect that decision of mine to went to the neighboring country for one very clear reason. Because he was not insured. He doesn't have a hospitalization plan in Singapore that limited my choice to decide that maybe he could just have his treatment in Singapore and it could have been covered by the insurance provider, which is a health shield, but he didn't have, due to a lot of reasons. He has a diabetes since he was 30 years old, he has stroke. In fact, there is no insurance company would even accept him. So it was one of the regrets that I reflected in my life, that I make a decision because of limited options. If he had insurance coverage, it was a no-brainer. Let's just do it. And it would not leave me with a choice whether I should do this or I should do that. So that was my personal encounter, and to you guys who probably didn't experience it, you gotta think twice. And the last thing that I want to add on is that buy it while you are really young, while you are really healthy, and it costs very, very, very cheap, cheaper than McDonald's meals a day. So please get health shield covered as well as term insurance. Health shield plus term insurance, you are all good. I would think that if we were to set aside 5 to 10% of the monthly income that we earn, look into what are the best options that we could get in the insurance world. If you are earning $3,000 a month, look into setting aside $300. You can already cover your health shield, more than enough per month. You can already cover term insurance, more than enough per month. You could probably look into critical illness. You could probably even look into whole life. You can actually get yourself covered quite a lot with not so much of money. Which company give you the best insurance premium? I personally don't have any preference on whichever companies, because to me they are all the same. The only difference they might have is probably the difference in the premium, a little bit here and there. To me is insignificant. If you have to ask me one tips that you must do, is to really find someone you trust. There are thousands of insurance agents out there. They are meant to live in this world to help other people. Unfortunately, the stereotyping in our Singapore society is just too strong. Every time a financial advisor calls you, you hung up. You should not. If you have already covered, just let them know that you're already covered. But if you already know someone close to you, brother, your sister, your cousins, or your friends who are in the industry for multiple years, just talk to them, get them, help you review. Sometimes you might be surprised that whatever you bought 10 years ago could be optimized. What do I mean optimized? 10 years ago, maybe I paid about $1,000 of premium, I get 2 million of sum assured. Today, because of the way the insurance policies or the insurance company coming out with new products and their permutations, the same $1,000 premium now can give you 4 million of coverage. It could happen. So review that, and then you might find that you can actually do some restructuring and get the best out of it today without having any impact to your existing one. I didn't knew this in the past. I thought once you buy the insurance, you wait till you are 30 years until it is matured. I'm surprised that this optimization, or they call it restructuring, actually happens. This is the thing that surprised me. It could be lower premium or same premium but cover you more. Why not? All that I said involves someone who are in the industries. It's really not attached to which company is better, which policies is better, which products is better. Their products is more or less the same. They only serve one function. Insurance, in short, in this episode, you must understand that it serves one single function. It's called protections of your life and your health. Nothing else. Make sure that you weigh all the pros and cons, and buying a term insurance and buying a health shield, it's not even an option, it's not a suggestion. It's a must. That's the biggest tips that I can share with you.